About what's going to happen when this storm gets closer. This is going to be a tremendous storm surge with this particular storm because it's so large.
David, if you could explain just what a storm surge really is to people. I mean, are we talking about, some may think, mini tsunami is just sort of coming up and just, filling it up higher and higher and higher. Of course, high tide is tomorrow morning about the time this hurricane makes landfall. So that's just going to make it worse. And is the high tide, really on top of the storm surge?
That's right.
The amount of feet.
The tide is on top of the storm surge. You've got the waves on top of the actual storm surge as well. The storm surge is the solid body of water rise that's going to happen along and especially just to the right of where the eye comes in, because this is such a large storm that surge will be rather high, probably 60 or 70 miles east of where the storm comes in. So if it comes in near Galveston, the people there in Jefferson County, Port Arthur, need to be concerned about the surge as well. But it's basically a large buildup of water that rises, especially onto a very slight slope of the shore there, and it comes ashore along and especially to the right of where the center comes in. So that's why it's so important, the exact track. If we had the ability to forecast the track exactly to within about 10 miles or so, 2 days in advance, then there will be a lot of people that we asked to evacuate that maybe didn't have to evacuate, because if you're going to be on the left side of it, that's going to be a wind that's going to be coming off land, and the surge won't be nearly as bad on the left side. But it's along and to the right of where the eye comes in that will have the highest storm surge, and if that eye does come in just to the west of Galveston, we could be talking about a devastating storm surge. So we're not trying to scare anybody. Melanie, you read the statement from the National Weather Service. That is not us here at the TV station making up these terms and giving it to you. That is coming from people who are official, who forecast these things all the time. I've been watching them for quite some time as well. Anytime you're dealing with a very large hurricane like we're seeing with this particular one, and it's coming in at the angle that it's coming in, at the speed that it's coming in, it has a lot of time to gather up a lot of water, and when the storm makes landfall, even if it's not a Category 4 or 5, it will have a storm surge like a Category 4 or a Category 5 storm. So we can't say it enough. This is a very, very dangerous situation, and anybody that's in a mandatory evacuation zone needs to get out.
And why don't you go ahead and at least give us a look now at the radar, show us where everything is, and walk us through it if you would.
Yeah, we've seen some really dark clouds out there.